Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Joyfully Yours podcast. I'm Tanya.
And I'm Kimberly. And we have very special guests in the house today.
Yay.
We're going to have a conversation with our daughters about life and legacy and the joy through it all.
Hey everyone, I'm Ariel. I'm Tanya's daughter, and I'm so excited to be here today on what is my mom's joy corner and has become her therapy.
Yes, yes.
And I'm Kennedy, Kimberly's daughter, and we have heard all about Joyfully Yours since day one. Now we're here, and we are just so incredibly proud of you all.
So we thought, what better way for us to kick off Mother's Day weekend than to have an honest conversation with our daughters. We are so excited to have our daughters here. We have 4 hearts and amazing conversation, and we're ready to get started. So let's talk about it.
Let's do it. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to talk about motherhood because it has surely been a journey, a blessing, but a journey.
Yes.
And I would like to ask my bestie, what has motherhood taught you about joy?
I think at this point in my motherhood journey, I have 3 adult children, my oldest, and I believe every part of the journey is joyful. Like I can really say that now, from when they're babies not sleeping through the night, there's joy in that. When they're toddlers saying no all the time, there's joy in that. When they're in elementary school, middle school, every part is joyful because there'll come a day when you won't have those opportunities again. And so now that I'm parenting adult children, I just thank God for all those moments. I believe I earned my Mother's Day card through all of those things.
Yes, for sure.
You definitely earned that Mother's Day card. I think about when you said moments, it just really makes me think about all the joyful moments that we had throughout our childhood. And one, I feel like, memory that really stands out is my mom is maybe not the best singer, but does come up with songs. Aww. And like our entire childhood was just filled with her singing songs, like randomly making them up in the car. And one time we were on a road trip and my brother was screaming for hours. We couldn't stop crying. And she sang the entire way just to get him to calm down and chill, and so that we all could be okay in the car. So she was always just really trying to find those moments of joy through the hard, I think. And so I really am grateful to have such a childhood filled with that joy.
Oh,
so thank you.
That is so beautiful.
Thanks, that's good.
And for me, what motherhood has taught me about joy, it's, of course, it's similar to what you just said, but I probably didn't realize it until later on because I think about it now because I talk to young mothers and I tell them, well, enjoy, the toddler age and all the different stages and for me, how I looked at it, especially being a twin mom, is you don't get to redo it. Like you don't get to redo the 2-year-old or the kindergarten field trip or whatever it is. So I always try to be in the moment and just enjoy it all. It's not easy. It's not always fun, but it's worth it. And I just think being in the moment brought me joy. But looking back after all these years, I'm glad that I at least can say, I don't remember everything, but I can at least look back and say, I was in there, I was in the moment. I loved it. I loved every season, even the hard and the highs and the lows all of that. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
And one thing you always were, and you still are, is present in every moment, not missing a moment. And to me, joy for me is all the dance parties we've had, like in this kitchen,
right here in this kitchen,
and all the different seasons I've been in. But I think one lesson you've really taught me is like joy is so much more than an emotion. It's your entire outlook on life. It's how you treat other people. It's how you pivot and navigate when times get tough. And I've watched you walk through really difficult seasons, but you still chose joy. And I don't think I realized until much later, like in my adult life, about how much you had to fight for joy. Like you chose to wake up in the morning. You chose to keep dancing with us, even though it was something that had to really come from a deep place inside of you. And so that's something I'm always grateful for, is you just chose it and chose it for us, for your children.
Right.
Sure.
Well, that's the desire as a mother you have in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what you're going through, your children deserve. I always thought just deserve the best of you, as much of that as you could give them.
It's the sacrifice.
Yes.
Like the sacrifice was worth it.
Yes.
So that we could sit here all these years later and hear that it did make an impact.
Yes.
You know, and so that's the important part, is that we did joy for you, but also we want you to do joy for our grandchildren.
Yes. Yes.
So we set you up for that.
Yes, definitely.
Gave a great example.
Well.
Yes. Yes.
Those words were powerful. Thank you all for
Yes,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To our beautiful daughters. Now they get to interview us and ask us questions.
Only because we trust them.
Only because we trust them. Yes.
No wrong answer.
No wrong
Okay.
answers.
That's
That's right.
But we are ready for this segment.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first question. What's been one of your most joy-filled moments as a mother?
Wow.
That's a hard question to answer in
It
terms of a moment.
Right.
And I think for me, again, just being on the other side of day-to-day parenting, every moment, there's memories that just pop up. Like when you were talking about singing in the car, I put myself back in the car and I thought about that. And so I believe for me, I'm just so grateful for every moment, even the hard moments. And there were hard moments in parenting.
Right.
I had perfect children. Yes.
Yeah.
Not. But
Can you say that one more
yes,
time?
yes. Even in my perfect children, there were still hard moments, because being a mom, working, multiple children, like all the things, and being a wife and all these things required something different. And so, but I do believe every moment was joyful. I can honestly say that.
Yes. Well, for me, it's very similar, but if I had to pick a moment or a season or a period of time, it's really watching Kennedy and her twin brother, their relationship now. And, you know, they're both married to people that I adore, and the time they spend together. Sometimes I'll look at Kennedy's location, just because we do that to each other. And they're 10 minutes down the road at Kyle and Chandler's house. And I love that they get together. I feel like, you know, I tried really hard as a parent to nurture that.
Absolutely.
Like, used to always tell Kennedy, tell Kyle, you better treat Kennedy better than you treat like so-and-so. That was always really important to me yes, for them to just, you know, have a really good, solid relationship. And then in addition to that, what brings me joy about them is they've just always honored me so well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I will tell anybody that if they ask. They've just honored me. They've been obedient. No one's perfect.
Right.
But they have done, you know, what I've asked, and they've just been great children.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's so interesting. Like, I didn't know this a few years ago, that you could do multiple people on FaceTime. So Ariel was on FaceTime with, I heard one of her brothers.
Right.
And I happened to turn the camera around, and all three of them. Yeah. I'm like, wait.
So we have to add her to
how is this a thing?
Right.
How are y'all talking and I'm not part of the conversation?
Yeah.
But it's just exactly what you said. I always hoped that my three children would have a strong relationship without me, that we didn't have to facilitate conversation. Right. And so it is a beautiful, joyful thing to see them be friends. Yes. And sharing each other's lives as adults. So that's good.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
I thought that was, They
didn't want me to know that was a thing.
Okay. And I told them, you don't have to invite me every time.
Right.
Just sometimes.
Right. Sometimes. Yeah. At least send me pictures,
exactly.
Right? Yeah. Send me pictures.
They know I demand a picture.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, our next question here, and you kind of touched on it a little bit. So you talked about, you know, how life is hard, but you try to find those joyful moments, and every moment has been joyful. But maybe for those of us who are in the thick of it, you know, who are, you know, doing the day to day, I have a little one. Is there any advice you would give in like how to find those joyful moments when it feels really hard? Like I've heard somebody say, you know, the days are long, but the years are short. But how can you sort of keep that top of mind when you are in it?
Well, Joyfully Yours is all about encouraging you to find joy in everyday moments. And so I believe it's looking for it. So when you make a decision today, I'm not just going to be filled with frustration. I'm going to find at least one thing that brought me joy, whether it's he picked up his toys and put them away, or like the other day, Kaizen said, I'm going to get dressed before mommy wakes up. And so he got dressed and brushed his teeth. And those are joyful moments that he was able to do something for you. And so I believe it's intentionally looking for it and deciding I'm going to find joy in this moment, in this time, in this season, even if it's hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a close friend who shared this with me before. She said that she's always thankful for the hard things with her kids because there are some parents whose children are in a position where they can't do anything for themselves. And so when you really turn to gratitude, gratitude shifts your perspective. And gratitude causes you to realize, you know what? I could have a child who is fully dependent upon me, someone who is not able to do things for themselves. And so in those moments, it's like, okay, yeah, it's hard. Doesn't take away the hard, but yet I can find the joy.
Yes, and I agree with all of that. I just really think it's important. And we know it's hard. And the days are so long. But just to seek it. I mean, step away. The house doesn't have to be perfectly clean. Step outside. Let the kids get some fresh air. Run around. I know even that saying that is not just always, easy to be done. But I really do feel like you have to. If you want that joy in your life and you feel like you need more of it, then you just have to seek it. You have to be intentional every single day. It's just you have to be intentional every single day. And we have some ideas that we're going to share soon about ways that you can do that to continue to encourage young moms. But I just think you have to be intentional and you have to seek it.
That's right.
So good.
Even if and when.
Even if and when, yes.
We'll be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
Teaser.
Yes.
All right. I have the next question.
Okay.
So I think as daughters, it's a nice feeling to know like, our moms found their person, their bestie. We see you traveling all over the place, and you found joy in different moments together. Going back to your 20s and 30s, were you always this joyful? How did it look different then versus now?
Yes, it looked very different. I think a lot of me personally, my life was kind of going through the motions, especially when you're young married and you have young kids and things like that. You think you're joyful, you think you're happy, and you are again happy. I put that in quotation marks, but real joy from the Lord that's deep in your soul to me only comes when you live a life of gratitude, but you also are intentional, like we keep saying, about seeking it and making it a choice. Because there have been some times in my life where I probably shouldn't have been joyful, or most people couldn't have been joyful.
Yeah.
But I know for the sake of myself and for my family, and especially my children, that I wanted to live a different life that was filled with joy. And I wanted to share that with other people.
Yeah. I think same, except adding to the fact that I needed to mature.
Yes.
Like I just really was really emotionally immature and didn't know how to pivot and didn't know how to find the blessings. I was based a lot of my life on what was happening. So if life was good, I was good. If life was challenging, I was not good. And so really maturing and going through seasons of my family and then season of personal growth and feeling more confident that I don't have to have all the answers and that it's okay if my children went to school and they weren't perfect. Like, I learned that by the third child. This child, she had to be perfect.
A little bit of a different story.
Right. But I think as you mature as a woman, as you mature spiritually, as you mature in your mothering, then you breathe a little easier. And then you start laughing at things that you used to cry about.
Yes, that's good.
But for our next question, we wanted to hear a little bit about your grandmother journey, which I know is your favorite role.
I
know. I feel like maybe even more than motherhood is grandmotherhood. But we kind of wanted to hear more about like the joy you feel.
My heart's beating fast.
I know.
Being a grandmother versus being a mother, and kind of like, what are some of those differences, and how has that journey been like for both of you?
People would tell you being a grandmother is the best thing in the world, but until
Oh my goodness. You don't know the life until you know the life.
Yes, you don't know until that baby comes and just looks at you like you're the best thing in the world.
Yes.
But also, it's just something, and it really still is hard to explain, but we love our children dearly.
Dearly.
But to see our
Yes.
child's child,
Yes.
like when I look at my grandsons, I see their daddy.
Yeah.
And it just, it's just special. It's
Yeah.
just different.
Mhm.
I don't even have all the words for it, but also we don't have to do the hard.
None of the hard.
We do the spoiling.
Yes.
She's like, I know.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
don't. If he wants to have a peanut butter and honey sandwich every time he comes here,
No problem.
I don't want to make him have cauliflower rice.
Exactly.
Like, I want to give him that.
Exactly.
So it's just different. It's a different kind of love. It's a different kind of joy. We get to do all the fun stuff. Yeah, all the fun stuff, and then send them home.
Yes.
And we trust that you all are going to teach and nurture and love, just like you were taught, nurtured, and loved. And,
Yeah.
it's just a different season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I everything you just said, and I believe it's really special watching you mother.
Yes.
Like that brings me great joy.
Mm-hmm.
You are an amazing mother. Like Kaizen has the best mommy in the world. And so to see you mother him makes me have great joy. But also, G Mommy says yes to everything.
Yes.
So I don't say no to anything because it's like, okay, fine. If you don't want to go take a shower or take a bath tonight right now, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
Or if you want to stay in the bath for an hour,
it's fine too.
Okay,
if you want another toy, another marshmallow, it's totally fine. And so I think that that's for me, like you said, like when you're raising children day to day, you are very aware of the responsibility that goes with parenting. I have to make sure you don't eat so much sugar so that you don't have cavities. Like all of these things, that's what good mothers do. Good mothers mother. And so we get to grandmother, which is so much more fun and so much more joyful.
Exactly.
I always say that. I'm like, the woman that raised me is not quite as G Mommy. Like those are two different
experiences.
Like,
I still
sipping juice on the couch. I could have. I dropped a crumb.
I know.
She said it would be over. But no,
guilty as charged.
I had to eat whatever was made for dinner.
Right.
But Kaizen what do you want for dinner?
Yeah.
She'll go and get it. And if she doesn't like that, she'll figure out something else.
Yeah. No tears on my watch.
I have to give one example of something that kind of epitomizes like grandmotherhood is one day Kanan was here and only had like 2 little dinosaurs. And he's like, Lucky, I want more dinosaurs. Don't you know, 30 minutes later, they were here with DoorDash.
There we go. Because he wanted more.
He wanted more. We had all day.
Of course.
I went on DoorDash and whoever, Target, Walmart, wherever they came from, and there was a big bucket of dinosaurs.
Oh, wow.
Magically appeared.
Yes. That's what we get to do.
You get to do. Yes. Yes. It's a privilege.
Yes.
To create that joy.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Okay, as we wrap up our section, Kennedy and I have come up with some rapid fire questions that we intentionally did not give you ahead of time.
Okay.
So if you know our moms, they're probably like a little uneasy. We talked about being out of our comfort zone, so we're going to embrace that.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to start with an easy one. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Tea.
Okay.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Okay, most used emoji. I have to think about this one.
Crying face.
The red heart, probably.
Okay.
But the other one is crying emoji. Yeah.
Dream vacation spot
Dream vacation
Greece.
spot.
that you haven't been.
That I haven't been
I
to.
think South Africa.
Bali.
You heard that has been.
Yeah.
They already know.
We have a list. We have a list.
Yeah, we have a list.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
What song can you listen to on repeat?
Oh, right now one of them is Teddy Swims, Lose Control, and the other is Good Father.
One is Shepherd by CC Winans, and then the other one is Mary J. Blige, Just Fine. Like who doesn't listen to that on repeat?
Yes, and we just got to see her.
And we just got to see her.
Yeah.
3 things you can't live without.
Ooh, my phone.
Yeah.
My phone, fresh flowers, and
A cupcake.
now it's matcha because I'm addicted.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Current TV obsession. No judgment.
Paradise.
So
Paradise. Yeah.
Get your
I
friend
can't
to
wait
watch
for
it.
I can't wait for it to come back. That's not the TV you like though, is it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Most recently, Pulse on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a medical show.
I like it.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. If you could raid one woman's closet, who would it be?
Michelle Obama. Who else?
Wow.
Especially the boots. Those boots she had on all day.
I know.
All day.
You know, I think this is kind of she probably won't ever see it, but Tammy Franklin. She's short like me, and she's really kind of sassy. And she's always like,
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
She dresses cute.
Yeah.
One word to describe your daughter.
Ooh, one word.
Or how about 3 words?
Loyal. And the word is goodness, but it's probably, it's just because you were just, I've always said that you're just kind and you're just good. And I don't mean you're good like behaved. You're just
Pure.
Yes. So is that it? Oh, yeah.
I think creative.
Yeah.
Number 1. Strong-willed in a good way. Like you've never been a follower. You've always been a person who followed their own path. And then 3, I don't know, how do I say this? Just like your father.
Yeah.
Personality, preferences, dry sense of humor sometimes. So that.
I've heard that many times.
Well, y'all nailed that. I think it was a little too easy. We had to
We'll invite you back next year.
Yeah. Do some harder ones.
And maybe we can go on location somewhere.
Yes. Bali.
Yeah.
They're pushing it.
Yes.
Now it's time for our Joyfully Yours challenge of the week. Here we go. Call or text a mother figure in your life and thank her for one piece of joy that she has given you over the years. Or if you've lost your mother, take a few minutes to write down a memory that makes you smile. Joy is still present, even when it's quiet.
And we honor every woman listening today, whether you are a mother, have a mother, lost a mother, hoping to become a mother. We want you to know that we value you, we see you, and your joy matters, not just to you, but to all those who are following after you. Your legacy matters.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, thank you for that challenge. I know I'll be participating in that. You'll get a text from me for sure.
I will be watching.
Well, thank you both for letting us crash the podcast today. I think this has been super fun.
Super
and I
fun.
appreciate the invite.
Yes.
So good. I will also be taking part in the challenge.
Yes.
But thank you both for just being you. I mean, your decision to choose joy has shaped us into the women we are today. So this was so much fun.
I love that. And happy Mother's Day to every woman out there. We pray that you're surrounded by joy, peace, and love from all those who see you.
And until next time, keep choosing joy, not just for yourself, but for the generations watching you.
We're joyfully yours.
See you next time.